All right, Mel, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, so yeah, so I got the email from the head AT about your knee and how you're kind of having a bit of MCL damage and a bit of instability there. So if you want, we can take that up today. Is that good with you?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right,
Yeah.
so and just reminder, you're soccer defender, right?
Soccer defense.
Okay, cool, yeah, yeah. So yeah, we could definitely take that up today. So just before we start, you're not allergic to any tape spray or anything like
No.
that, right? All right, perfect, cool. So before we start, I'm just gonna look at our deformities, contusions, abrasions, burns, any lacerations, anything like that. I'm not seeing any differences between your knees. I'm also going to look for any swelling, so I'm not seeing any swelling. Can I also just touch your knees with my hands? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Looking for any heat. Her knees are about the same amount of heat, so that's good. Altered function, you're still playing and stuff.
I'm still playing. It just bothers me. It feels unstable,
Okay.
so that's fine.
Yep, no worries. Okay, no redness and pain. Would you say there's just something a little bit of pain in that bit as well? Or?
Yeah, just like right along here.
Just on that joint?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, sounds good. All right, yeah, so we can definitely take you today. We're going to look at the PMS before we start. Pulse is good. Wiggle your toes. Perfect. And you can feel this, right?
I can.
Excellent. All right, so I'm going to get you to put that leg onto this, so heel onto here. Perfect. And so we are just going to start. I'm going to spray your leg here, so we're going to spray it with the tape it here and spray. We're good. Okay, I'm going to do an anchor, kind of like that mid-thigh. All right, so getting that mid-thigh there. And our second anchor is going to find the tib 2, and we're just going to go just under that tib 2. Up on your tippy toes, get that quad contraction. Perfect. Yeah, so that seems good. Okay. So we also want to kind of protect the tendon that's back here. So we're going to put a nice heel and lace pad back there on top of that hamstring tendon, just to make sure that that friction doesn't bug it too much. So now we got that. Our tape is essentially, we're going to be forming X's across where the MCL would lie. So we kind of want to find that medial joint line, which is about here. And then we kind of want to find the center of it between the condyles here. So I would say around here. So that's where all of our tape is going to cross. So we're going to start. And I'm going to bring that tape over that middle of that joint line. And coming across in an X. And kind of pulling that, making sure I'm crossing that X every time. Coming on that middle portion. Pulling that a bit, add that support. This one will be a little bit more inside. Same thing, a bit more inside. Basically trying to mimic that MCL. Okay, so we have a pretty good fan here. I'm just going to want to pinch in these edges where it's vulnerable to tearing. This will kind of help it from tearing. And we're going to anchor this back down. And then up on your toes. Thank you. Okay, and since Mel does play soccer, we are going to want to kind of cover that up. So we're just going to use the ultralight again. Now I want to make sure that I'm not covering that patella, so that the patella still has movement. And just look for any windows. Everything looks pretty good. I do want to cover this up just a little bit more so that we make sure we don't get any irritation back there. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I'm just going to recheck our PMS. Pulse is good. Wiggle your toes. Perfect. You can feel that?
I can.
Okay, perfect. So you said you're a soccer defender?
I am, yeah.
So you probably do like a lot of cutting stuff.
A lot of cutting back and forth.
All right, so I just want you to give that a go. Tell me how that feels.
Feels good.
Feels good? Do you want more support at all?
No, it actually feels like the right amount.
Okay, so
what I've been looking for.
If you do feel like you want some more, you can come back to me. We can maybe put some Luco there, something stronger. But if you feel good, then we're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
No worries, Mal.